Welcome back, everyone, to the Season of Ghosts, the very fun campaign where I promise I'm not trying to kill you all. Yet. We'll get to that point. In our last session, our lovely little group of Folktown heroes managed to obtain 3 blessed copper coins, such that you can hopefully relight the Eternal Lantern and stave off this invasion of monsters and strange weather. Hopefully. Unfortunately, something else seemed to strike the party. A strange curse, disease, you're not really sure what, began overtaking the body of your friend Rook, leaving him comatose and near death for the entire rest of your journey outside of Matsuki's estate. Eventually, you managed to bring him back, get him settled, and after speaking with both his tribal leader and Elizeth of the Lady of Graves, unfortunately, you weren't really sure as to the cause or effect that he was suffering from, but theorized that it might have something to do with whatever deal he made to get the magical powers he currently has. But realizing that just standing there, hoping the best for him wouldn't do anything, you all did decide to continue your journey, making your way not necessarily directly to the Eternal Lantern, but deciding to head across the lake and the river to Northridge, hoping to gather up some supplies from your various houses, check on Granny Hu over at the Sibadue Exchange, and find yourself better equipped for everything that's going on. We pick our story back up right as night has fallen. It is roughly 7:40 in the evening, so the sun has just recently set. The fog has once more receded into the sky, yet today, the rain of blood has not, at the very least yet, commenced. You all are under clear skies as you have approached Gaius's home to find a few more sort of phantom ravens standing atop the much more damaged nearby building, one of who has popped down onto a window and I believe even onto your hand, Gaius, and given you a quick warning, potentially. Yep. So, what would you all like to do today?
Well, I think we left off with me entering the home with the raven in my hand.
You open the door to your home, and thankfully everything looks to be in relatively good condition. It does not appear ransacked or damaged like many of the other buildings. It's a relatively simple, small affair. You've been here in Willowshore on your own mostly for a while now, but a small place like this has fit you well enough. But you do not at a glance see any foes that might harm you when you enter.
Okay.
Is this door off its hinges, actually?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
It's the one across the way, not this exact one.
Oh, is the one that I'm standing in front of? Oh, okay.
Is. This one that the Raven is currently perched above the door frame. The door has been seemingly torn off its hinges and thrown to the ground.
What was the nature of the warning that the Raven gave?
That's a great question.
It didn't really. It was like, your house is safe, and Gaius stepped inside without listening to the rest of what it was going to say.
Yep.
That's what I remember.
Wasn't going to say more than that.
I did a sense motive, and I got the impression it was going to say more before he walked in.
Right. Gaius has instead walked inside with the bird, and the bird has shut up.
Well, while I'm inside, I will go ahead and grab my armor and shield and all that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I will set the bird down and then spend however long it takes to undo this armor that I'm currently wearing and actually put on mine for once.
You put your hand down for like the bird to hop off your hand, and instead it just sort of like falls through your fingers onto the table, just showing that it is, while apparently maintaining corporeality when it stands on you, it is also truly an incorporeal creature.
Cool.
It will take you about a minute to remove the armor you're currently wearing. And what armor are you putting on? Chainmail, right?
Yeah.
That would take you about 5 minutes to don it then.
That's perfectly fine. It's just getting into my own clothes, basically.
Sure.
While he's doing that, I'm going to try and talk to the Raven again.
Okay.
I'm like, it sounded like you had more to say. Oh, it's giving me silent treatment. Okay.
It just kind of cocks its head and looks at you. What else to say?
Well, you said his home was safe, and I thought you were going to say more.
The home is safe.
What about the home with the door ripped off its hinges? Is that one safe?
Not safe.
Can I?
So let's avoid that house.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look through it at a distance, but I think the way the walls are, I can't.
Yeah,
actually
it's set to hide it from where you are. Something's a little wonky with the map set up, so boink.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to kind of look through, cautiously, because I'm assuming
that's why it's showing the roof, because that's how maps are designed.
Yeah, fair enough.
Give me a quick perception check.
Sure.
Yeah, it was basically set up that you could like walk through it and move through without any issue, but seeing through was going to be a bit of annoying.
It's because of the two-tiered map thing. I totally get it.
Yeah, we love two-tiered maps. We don't love them. They're great, except when they aren't. I mean,
right.
That I just made it so it's a little bit better. It's not terribly hard to see in what is effectively looks to be maybe a small tea shop or bar. You do know that there was one in this area, not nearly as popular as the Leshy's Salon, but there are a few small ones still populating throughout the town, so people don't have to go to the far northwestern end to get a good cup of tea. This one is trashed. Destroyed furniture everywhere. The tables and chairs are all in complete ruins, and there are massive bugs currently crawling around over the furniture in there. You can see two at a quick glance.
I'll just walk away.
One of them's like almost trying to eat a leg of one of the chairs. They don't appear to have necessarily noticed you yet.
That's good. I'm gonna walk away, especially if they like to eat wood.
Run, Buckthorn. Get out of there while you can.
I'm made of wood.
What did you see over there, Buckthorn?
Very large bugs.
How big are you talking?
I will describe. I assume they're like dog size. Is that what you're getting at?
Maybe a little bit bigger, yeah. Definitely bigger than you.
Well, they're bigger than me. He kind of chuckles. So like big like the centipedes we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's, I guess, the Raven's telling the truth. Koromori was talking to it, asking if that house was safe.
Well, let's not go in there. They look like they were eating wood.
Hey there, Raven. How about this house over here? Safe, not safe?
It kind of cocks its head up to the left a little bit for a moment. Not safe, safe.
Not safe. That's confusing.
I do my best.
Alright, I'll just keep an eye out here then.
Sure. Gaius, anything else you'd like to pick up from your house once you have taken the chance to switch over your armor?
It will be the starting gear.
Sure. That your special little chunk of cold iron you keep in case of Fey.
Yep. I'll rummage through my things to grab it and grab my shield.
Sure. You can finally have a shield.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
I'll step on out, finally in my own armor. I'm like, all right, so what have we decided?
Is your house trashed, Gaius, or is it okay?
Everything's kind of where I place.
Interesting. My house is nearby. If we could drop by.
Sure. This is out of character warning. If I just drop all of a sudden, it is now. I talked about how it got cloudy 10 minutes after. It is now storming like a madman here.
Yeah.
So if I get like a lightning flash where my power flashes, who knows?
I've gotten some potential outage alerts, so we're just gonna hope for the best.
Yeah, it's gonna get real bad tonight.
But
So,
well, we were hoping to get that poison.
yes,
We're doing.
Yeah,
that's your house.
that's in my house.
another one comes and flies down and lands on your shoulder, Cyan.
Hey there.
Incoming! Incoming! Danger!
You coming with us?
I thought I said incoming.
Yeah,
Oh,
danger income.
Incoming. I thought we're coming.
I mean, hey, if you want to try and convince one of the ravens to go with you.
Sure.
Yeah, if the other one gets on my hand again, I'll absolutely take it with me.
Well, you're
Put
gonna
it on
have
my
to try and
shoulder.
convince it.
Well,
I'm not giving
I
you a
don't know.
bird for free. Some of you already have familiars. Speaking of
Only
which,
one of
there's
us.
Alfie again.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
We always forget.
Oh, incoming. So I guess we better.
Yeah, I
Get
turned
up.
to face the bugs because I assume that's what they're talking about. You don't even.
Is there any food out here?
No,
All right.
go away.
Let's go.
I can smell you. I want to taste you.
Let's just see if we leave right now, if they'll not chase us.
It's too
Yep.
late.
If you guys want to run, you may. I will not effectively call for initiative if you are running from them. But
How
if you would
far is-
prefer to engage, you may.
But there might be loot in there.
Yeah. It also depends on how far your house is from here, whether we can effectively run from them.
Fairly close, I think. 2 houses away.
Yeah, so man.
It's about 250 feet away, so it would take like half a minute to run there for you guys.
Well, maybe
Seems like Gaius' house is next, though, for these guys.
maybe we should kind of deal with them.
Okay. Buckthorn will raise his shield and turn to them. He's unhappy about looking at things that were chewing on wood, but you know, you do what you do.
I will.
Revenge. Revenge for the wood.
Ready my weapon.
All right, if you guys are not fleeing, I'm going to ask everyone to roll initiative for me. From some big old cockroaches.
Gross.
And no, the birds are not going to help in this fight.
Oh,
Unless you try and get them to.
I used to keep a colony of cockroaches, but
Nice. That's neat.
oh well, they were for feeding to my other pet,
Ah, well, that checks out, yeah. If
but
you
she
guys-
didn't like them.
if you guys would like, do not forget that the command an animal action exists, where I will allow you guys to, if you would like to try and command the ravens or convince them to help you at moments during the fight, you're more than welcome to.
I honestly thought we were going to be fighting the ravens.
Nah, they seem relatively chill for now. Unfortunately, this first cockroach absolutely is not chill. So
No, he is not. He's very fast.
he is very fast. Yeah, he's gonna zoom his stupid little cockroach ass over here with one action, and he's gonna make a mandible strike against you, Buckthorn. He's gonna try and bite you. I apologize in advance.
You're rolling hidden.
Dealing
He's already-
6 points of piercing damage to you, I believe.
Does it do it to my shield first?
Are you using the shield block roll? Was your shield raised at the start of combat? Were you taking the defend exploration action effectively?
I don't know because I wasn't here.
That's fair. We didn't really decide, so I will let you decide what you were doing.
Well, since we knew they were there and kind of heard them, I will say that he was defending.
Sure, go ahead and put your shield up then.
Okay.
And if you would like to use a shield block reaction here to reduce the damage, you may.
Okay.
Otherwise,
so
you just take damage.
raise, and then I can use the reaction, right?
Yes. So now with the damage here, you can just hit block if you would like to block it, and then damage.
Yep, I will do that.
Perfect.
Since my shields can be regenerated.
Yeah, you don't care if it breaks or not.
Didn't seem to have worked.
Have you hit block? Because block
Yeah.
there is just a toggle, so once you've toggled block, just hit the damage button.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah,
see.
there you
yeah,
go.
Okay, got
Perfect.
Nice.
All right. So absorbing a little bit of the damage with your shield, so you only take 3. It is going to have one more action to make another mandible strike against you, though.
it. Cool.
This one will miss, however. Managing to not
Missed.
quite get past and just sort of chewing on your shield a little bit. Taking a nice old chomp out of the wood there. Ko, that's going to bring us to you. And your frightened right now is not one that will decrease on its own, as a reminder.
I understand. I would like to delay.
Sure. Then we will go to Kuromori's turn.
All right. I think I will go here
Mm-hmm.
and actually cast one of my spells. I'm going to cast Bane.
Nice. All right.
I think that should reach him. It's a 10-foot emanation, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they haven't made a Bane work, because that is just the -1 effect and not the actual aura.
Oh, that's what my.
Let me see.
Oops.
You targeted you banged yourself.
Yeah.
Ow.
Where'd the animation go? Spell effect. They get rid of it? Some stupid reason? That would be odd. Bane. Just to chat. Yeah, I guess they, for some reason, did get rid of the.
There's a
Bane aura.
remastered version? Weird.
This is the remastered version, I believe. Unless something's wrong
Yeah,
with Foundry.
Yeah, it might be a foundry thing.
Well, I will keep in mind that any enemy that comes within. Because now I gotta remind myself, is it 10 feet or is the emanation 5 stupid feet with the remaster? Because it might just be 5 feet.
No, it's
10
10 foot.
10 foot.
It is, so yes, it is. Thank you. And you can use it in action to increase by 10. Perfect. All right, I'll
Yeah.
go ahead and give this cockroach that will save.
And the same thing happened to Bless when I was running a game, and I was like, I could have sworn that
It did
happened
have one.
back
I'm
before.
wondering if one of the most recent updates. No, the bless effect is just an aura right now.
Yeah, it like it automatically applies it to allies.
So weird.
That's all I used on Friday.
Weird.
And maybe because it has a will save.
Yeah, that might, because the old version of the aura that they had before the remaster just kept applying it to enemies automatically in the area. So that's probably why. I'd still like to give you an aura that you can at least use an action to increase and decrease. But that will bring us. I'll take care of it during some other creatures' turns, during other players. At the end of Kuromori's turn, Ko, would you like to come back in?
No.
No? All right. That'll bring us to...
Unfortunate saved. I was hoping it would work.
Unfortunately. Well, when the other cockroaches enter, they'll have to make it. This one's going to use 2 actions to stride to here, and will make a will save, which it will also succeed. All right.
Damn it.
And let's see, who would it like to attack? It's actually going to attack you, Cyan.
Roar.
It's a big old mandible bite. For only 3 points of damage, assuming a 24 does in fact hit you.
It does.
All right. And that will be 3 piercing damage to you. And, Ko, would you like to come in? Otherwise, we're going to the next cockroach.
Did Buckthorn give us an idea of how many there were?
I said, I think I saw 2 so I would have said 2, but I'm not sure if there's more. So.
Okay. Well, I would enter. I would enter then.
Sure.
If so, I don't know about that third one. Let's see. They are close together.
That will bring us to your turn then, Ko.
Yep.
Oh, poor Frightened 2, that's up.
Yeah. I'm gonna just. Let's see. So you measure auras from the corner, right?
An aura is an emanation.
Or I mean a cone. I'm sorry.
Cones come from the corner, yes.
My intention is to breathe fire on these things. I just need to check the cone real quick.
Nice.
Before I move. 'Cause I don't want to hit my friends.
That's fair. I think I still have the most. I mean, we haven't leveled it up, so I think I have the most hit points in the party. But I still don't want to get hit by fire since I am made of wood.
Yeah. That's understandable. Okay. Alright, so I'll just have to use my focus spell then.
Alright.
Because that'll hit everyone. I'm going to move first, though. I'm going to move over here. I'm going to skirt the... oh, why did I not move? Right there. But I'm going to go around so that I don't trigger anything if... and then I will cast Rejuvenating Flames.
All right.
And I'm going to put the cone here.
Okay.
So it hits both things and all 3 of my allies there. So they'll get healing.
Very nice.
Here's
A
the
very good
healing
cone
roll. Hey.
Oh, nice.
And then the enemies get a reflex save that's reduced because of fear.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and give it to them, starting with the one closest to you, which it will fail by 1.
Alrighty.
And the other one will also fail. They'll succeed on the will saves, which are harder for them to make, but they'll fail on the reflex saves.
They both take 1 fire damage.
Fantastic.
And I do have blood magic, so I will have Buckthorn gain
There's a Bane aura.
temporary
Ooh.
gain temporary hit points equal to the spell rank. So you have 1 temporary hit point, Buckthorn.
Wahoo.
And
Nice.
the effect of blood magic. Here you go.
And that blood magic is what gives it to him. So.
Oh,
just
okay.
grab
Well,
that.
there you go.
Yeah. Makes it nice and
All
easy.
right. That's my turn. Sorry it took so long.
No worries. It gave me time to make that Bane aura for Kuromori.
Nice.
That will bring us to, unfortunately, one more cockroach.
Yep.
Which can get
No.
here with one action.
No!
And
Feel
these creatures
your will
are
save.
quite intelligent right now. Yeah, let's give him his will save. Quick. He will fail. He will take the Bane.
The spell wasn't a total waste.
Unfortunately for you, he's moving over here.
Oh, I
his next
figured
action.
that was gonna happen.
Yeah, they, at the moment, they are intelligent enough to go for flanking and things like that to make their fight a little bit easier on themselves. So,
Well,
they're-
there's more than 2.
It's going to scuttle around behind you, Ko, and try and take a bite out of your ankle as it does so.
Yep.
Oh. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That is going to be 8 points of piercing damage to you as it takes a hefty chomp out of your flesh.
You'll live forever.
All right, Buckthorn, we're up to you.
All right. There's not a good way to do one of the things I wanted to do. So instead, I'm just gonna try to damage the one that's kind of surrounded the most, because I'm gonna step to here,
Okay.
and then so then I get a bonus on this one, right? If I attack it.
It is off guard to your melee attacks right now, since you are flanking.
And then I'm gonna do a 2-action elemental blast.
Okay.
So this,
Are you specifically doing this as the melee version or the ranged version?
I'm gonna do the melee version.
Sounds
It doesn't.
good.
It can be both. It doesn't. But
Yes, it would matter effectively though, because if you choose the ranged option, it could trigger things like a reactive strike.
yeah, that's so. I'm doing the melee option, and I think on the sheet it's the top one is the melee.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, the little icon next to the bottom row is what indicates it has a range, and you can hover it to tell you the range of it.
Okay, so have you set it to be off guard to me, or do I have to do something?
It is done automatically. Foundry is lovely with that sort of thing. If tokens are positioned properly. So, here's the thing. Normally, that would hit. However, the cockroach has a reaction that it can use when targeted by a melee attack, which is why I had to ask. It manages to
I didn't
scurry
know
out
that.
of the way, flapping its wings rapidly about 5 feet up into the air and managing to dodge your elemental blast.
That's bullshit.
You're welcome.
'Cause that does good damage if I do it. Otherwise, it's a D8 plus my
I
con
know.
score and my strength score.
Well, hey, now you know against cockroaches. Do the ranged version. We're
That would be
learning.
A D8 plus 6 if I had hit it.
Ah. Don't kill my cockroaches.
But I had to step,
Yup.
and then I did a 2-action elemental blast. So
All right. That is going to bring us to Gaius then.
Oh, right.
I didn't want to drop it.
Oh, you can pick it back up.
I just wanted to like have it not be raised.
So the effect should auto end at the start of
okay.
your turn. It was just because it got put up between turns, it didn't.
Okay,
But good
I was just
catch
trying to
for
be
taking it down.
fair for that.
I appreciate it. Gaius,
So-
are you still two-handing your sword, or are you one-handing it and shield in the other hand right now?
It's one shield, one
Okay,
sword.
perfect. You might want to switch your grip then on your sword. Perfect. Wonderful, even. Some might say exquisite.
So the first thing I would do is I'll go ahead and exploit vulnerability.
All right. Very nice. Looking at these cockroaches, it's a cockroach. It doesn't have any weaknesses unless you've got like ye old fantasy raid with you.
Pretty sure that's fire.
There you go.
So I'll just do the personal antithesis then.
Sounds good.
I'll go ahead and I'll step over here.
All right.
And I will swing at it.
Sounds good. Yeah, it's only 5 feet up, so it's absolutely still within melee. But a 13 will not hit, unfortunately.
Oh gosh.
And that is my turn.
All right. Cyan, we're up to you then.
Yeah. Barely hit any of these. I am gonna recall knowledge on this cockroach and just to check if it has any other tricks up its sleeve, like
Sure.
the scurry ability.
So, looking specifically more for actions, or are you looking
Correct.
for passives?
More for actions.
More for
yeah.
actions. Sounds good. As far as you can tell, at the very least, normal cockroaches and large cockroaches would not have anything else.
Okay.
And so far, you haven't seen this weird mist give additional abilities to creatures. You've only seemingly seen it give sentience. So, unless you're counting that horse, but
Mm-hmm.
we're not sure what's going on with that horse. If this
Yep.
cockroach can do things like that, though, run in terror.
It did actually make more sense with a cockroach than that horse. All right. And then I'm guessing that's a success, so I'm gonna hit it with my bow and arrow.
You fool. Go for it.
See. Oh, is it? Yeah, is it off?
It will not be flanked by you at the moment because it is up in the air. Also, you do not get flanking with ranged weapons.
Oh, sorry. Big recall knowledge. Was that a success?
Oh, right, you're a rogue.
Because he's mastermind. He's a
Yep.
mastermind rogue.
It is off guard to you.
Perfect.
Good
Thank you.
call. Thank you for the reminder. Completely forgot about that.
I think that's the first time we've seen it in action.
Yeah.
All right. I don't see the off. Okay, yeah.
Off guard is not a bonus to you, it is a penalty
Yep.
to their AC.
Got it.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but a 12 is not good enough.
I am gonna use a hero point on that
Sure.
one.
Oh, I forgot all about hero points.
You got 2 of them right now. And that will be a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Awesome. And sneak attack is on, so.
Oh no.
Oh
That is
god!
sad. I am so sorry.
That's so sad.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a third action, so I'm gonna strike
Yep.
again.
Go for it.
Dang.
I am sorry. These cockroaches, they're nimble. They're quick. little
all
spicy.
right.
Or rather, we're rolling like absolute trash.
Enter and dang. Okay.
All right. That will bring us back to this cockroach. A buckthorn.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you. We're going to bite. And we're going to miss. So we're going to do it again.
Oh
And we're going to
no!
nat 20. I'm sorry. For 8
Did you stop
damage.
that?
No, I refuse.
Oh, okay.
I cannot
I'm
stop.
alright.
For now.
Can't stop once though.
Yeah. No, if I could stop, I probably would, but I can't. I'm contractually obligated not to.
Okay.
Kuromori,
I-
you're
I-
up.
Okay. That's a huge difference in hit points.
Well, yeah, I have 22 hit points, so I took the 8, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm still okay. Like,
Now let me actually check something quick.
I believe I will do a strike on the one I am. Does Sai have a weapon out that I'm considered flanking with him?
You
or
would not
no?
be flanking specifically because the cockroach is up in the air right now. So you are not
Ew.
on direct opposites.
Well, believe
3
it.
dimensions
Okay.
exist, unfortunately, for everyone.
No, I refuse to accept that. All right, I will strike it with my spear. I'm gonna hero point that.
Sure.
Bullet. Oh
That
wait,
turns it. Oh, you're targeting Ko right now.
am I?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Hey,
sorry.
what the
That
hell?
will not hit the cockroach. I'm sorry.
How's I targeting him
I was
for?
like, that's exactly hit. Wait, why am I frightened -2? Wait a second.
Dang. All right. 14 miss. All right.
Yes.
All right. That is not great. Well, if he's up in the air, I can walk underneath him then.
Yes, you can. If you
Well,
would
I
really
can
like
go.
to.
Well, I'm not gonna stay underneath him.
Fair,
I'm gonna
I
step
guess.
over here and do battle medicine.
All right.
Where's that action?
Oh, we
What
are
action?
rolling shit, guys.
They're cockroaches. You're not that bad. Don't worry about it.
Let's see here. Treat wounds. There it is. Yeah.
Hey,
7 hit points to Ko.
thank you.
Yep. I don't know if I had debuff on him.
Well, the Bane
Oh,
will
the-
put back on this cockroach because it's now within 10 feet of you again.
No, I meant the
Oh.
healing debuff.
Ow! Battle medicine when I've got it in my hotbar for you.
Oh,
Bing, bang, boom.
that's all my actions.
Alrighty. That will bring us back to the flying cockroach's turn. It is going to use 1 action to fly back down to the ground, so it is no longer in the air. And who would it like to bite? Oh, it has so many choices. So many choices. And it's going to bite Cyan. Blame the dice, not me. For a very mild 2 damage.
Great. 2 damage it is.
And it will follow that up by biting Gaius with its last action. With a critical miss. Oh, the first nat 1 of the night. Alright, Ko, we're back to you.
I'm definitely not standing here.
yeah, it's kind of a shit position to be in.
I'll move over here. And I'll target that one, I guess. And I'll cast ignition at it. Come on, dice.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Alrighty. For a whopping 5 fire damage.
That's the most damage anybody's done.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's fire damage, which does nothing extra to the cockroaches, but hey, it's a fire damage. Woohoo.
Alright, and that's it for me.
All right. That is going to bring us to the last cockroach. Get that frightened
Hey.
up. How dare you automatic foundry reducing it at the end of turn? I'll turn you off, don't make me. To the baned cockroach's turn. It is going to take a stride to here, I think.
Oh boy.
I don't
Here we
believe that
go.
triggers any reactive strikes, since I don't believe we have any fighters in the party at the moment.
Nope.
All right. However, that was not the target of your exploit vulnerability, Gaia, so you could not interrupt it.
Correct.
All right. Well, this one's going to stride to here, and with flanking, is going to make some bites against you, Kuramori. Nothing personal.
All right. I'll take it personally.
Oh, well, that's fair. I don't blame you for that. It is going to miss the first one because of Bane, and then just miss the second one. And Buckthorn, that's going to bring us back to you.
Well, I took it personally that this one dodged it. Now,
Why are you just taking things personally? That's not very nice of you.
so here's the thing: I don't get flanking with this one if I use a range attack. do I?
Correct. That is the flip side. However, I will let you know the scurry ability gives it a +2, so it's going to be the same AC no matter what. The question is, do you want it moving up into the air or not?
I don't know that I care,
All right, then.
so I'll just use the melee 2-action elemental blast on this boy.
Sure.
And I'm gonna hero point that because
Okay.
fuck
Yeah, that would
missing.
force him to use scurry there.
Oh.
But you get your hero point back.
You get the hero point back. This is a bit weird wording, effectively, because realistically you had hit him initially, but you would know effectively that he would use his reaction based off of what you rolled to get the bonus. So the cockroach's reaction is at the moment not used, but you got the hero point back. And you do have one action left. You can continue to take things personally at this point.
I'm gonna do this. I raised my shield so that I now have my shield up to defend because I'm flanked.
All right.
But I will stay where I am because hit me. Hit me.
Gaius, we're up to you then.
All right, I will try to strike him again.
Sounds good. That is a hit. Scurry would not do anything, so it's not going to use its reaction there.
Nice.
Nice.
Some real damage.
Get wrecked.
All right.
It actually has, I think, 2 more on it as well.
Yep, that is
I forgot
calculated
to click.
automatically.
Well,
You do
no,
not have
so,
to
like-
adjust your thing.
Well, no, because I didn't click the implement empowerment. So it's the personal antithesis is that +2. There's another
thank
one.
You.
Yep.
Yes, because you can empower. All right, you've got 2 actions left.
I'll go ahead. Oh, this one's in the air, right?
Nope, not anymore. It landed last turn.
I will go ahead and
Nice.
stride down.
Ah, I see why
So
you didn't get implements empowerment. You do not get implements empowerment if you are holding anything in either hand other than a single one-handed weapon, other implements or esoterica, and you must be holding at least 1 implement to gain the benefit. So having your shield there, since the shield is not an implement, prevents you from getting the empowerment. It's very odd wording.
Does it? Hold on.
Yeah. Because
That's
you are
weird.
effectively channeling additional power, which requires full use of your hands. So theoretically, it's a little annoying. You wouldn't get it if you're two-handing the sword either. I guess I would count it at that point.
It's just different if you have a weapon implement, but I guess you don't with this character.
No, he has the
No,
weapon implement.
Yeah.
Does that
Oh.
change how it works?
Well, you're holding an implement if you have the
Right,
weapon.
yeah, so I'd give it if he's two-handing it, but using specifically a shield.
Well, it also, like, you don't gain it if you're holding anything in either hand other than a single-handed weapon
Mm-hmm.
or other implements or esoterica.
Yes.
And you must be holding at least 1 implement.
Yes.
I'm only holding, technically the shield is a one-handed weapon, is it not? Because I can make a strike with it.
I would categorize it more as armor than a weapon, specifically. But I will give it to you for now. But I will do some additional research and make a full decision by next session. How's that sound?
Okay.
Because I think rules as written, it would not give it to you. Shields can more be used as a more improvised weapon, but just because something can be used as a weapon does not make it a weapon. I would typically classify a weapon as something that can have property and fundamental runes applied to it. But I'll give it to you for this session, so I will put that additional 2 damage on the cockroach. And then you've got stride, 1 action left.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to strike it one more time.
Sounds good.
Now that it is flanked.
That will not hit, unfortunately.
And that is my turn.
Alrighty. That will bring us to Cyan.
Okay. I'm gonna recall knowledge on it again and try to determine its worst save.
Sure. And I'll typically give you best and worst as one roll.
Okay.
Looking at these creatures, you're fairly certain that reflex is by far their best. They have wings, they're quite fast, even with their size. And even with the effects of their mist, you're still relatively certain that their mind is their weakness. From what you saw, when the mist first descended, that is when creatures gained sentience, and it wasn't an instant process. It was relatively slow. So even 2 days in, you don't think they would have necessarily gotten enough of a benefit based off of the information you've seen and gathered. So will is probably their weakest.
Got it. And Kuromori used Bane, right?
He did.
Recently, so yeah, their mind's still their weakness. And I'm gonna strike again with my bow and arrow.
All right, that'll hit.
Okay. Sneak attack should be on, I think.
He is. Oh yes, thank you. Let me put
Yep.
off guard to him. Like I gotta remember you get flanking. Or just off guard. Hey, more damage than last time.
More damage, yes. And strike again.
Sounds good. That is also a hit.
Die, cockroach, die.
9 more damage. That will be enough to put the first cockroach down. Finally.
Oof.
Hey, you ended flanking on everybody with that.
True.
Since that middle one was their key component of that strategy.
It really was. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like
now
tic
they're
tac
not really
toe.
sure what to do. So I'm back to this cockroach, and I'm gonna be honest. It's just gonna sit there and keep biting Buckthorn.
That's fair. I'm gonna use my reaction to.
Sure. Well, you can wait to see how much damage it deals, or if anything, as well.
Sure. I do have a 20 AC right now.
That is fair. It is also only going to deal 2 damage with a bite.
Oh, it can have me for that.
I appreciate it. I'll take a lovely little nibble. And then I'll crit miss, and then watch this. Another miss. Fantastic. I baited you into not using your reaction, still taking 2 damage overall. Haha.
I still have 13 hit points.
Not for long. Kuramori, you're up.
Alright. Well, not I'm going to target correctly this time. I'm going to stab twice at this thing.
I thought it was the 4 and I was sad.
That is specifically this one. Before you deal the damage, it is going to use its scurry to buff its AC by 2, and that will cause a 17 to miss.
Dang it.
And it's just going to run its stupid little ass over to here with that move that it gets, because it does not need to fly up. It can just move 10.
Alright, well, I'll try to hit it again.
Alright, sounds good. Off scurry.
That's right.
That will not hit, I'm very sorry.
Alright, last action, I'm going to raise my buckler.
Sounds good. Get that AC buff. Alright,
Yeah,
Ko, we're over to you.
Interesting. Fuck it. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step here and I'll use a melee ignition.
Alright.
Melee. He's still normal height, right?
He is still on the ground, and he does not have scurry anymore since he has already used his reaction.
Makes him more likely to hit, I think.
That is absolutely a hit. Because you are frightened, though, you will not get a crit there.
And do 9 fire damage to it.
Very nice.
And then it gets to go and hurt me back, I guess. That's my turn.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Alright. It is that cockroach's turn. Who would it like to harm? Get that frightened back up to 2. It's not allowed to drop. You were absolutely right, Ko. It is going to turn around and take a nibble out of you. And specifically for that, it is actually going to move here to get out of that Bane aura with its first action, and then make the strike. Which will still miss. It's going to do it one more time. Which will also miss. I wonder what I rolled. Not good. Alright, Buckthorn, that brings us to you.
So here's a question, because I can't remember how this works in Pathfinder. If I do a ranged attack on the one next to Sai from here, do I have any penalty to it?
If you say that one more time, sorry.
If I do a ranged attack,
Mhm.
am I getting a penalty because there's a guy next to me?
Nope. You only take a penalty on a ranged attack being close if you have a volley trait on the ranged attack.
Okay, well, I'm going to shoot
And that is only very certain bows have a volley property.
Yeah, then I'm going to 2-action elemental blast the one next to Sai.
Sounds good.
Hope, and it's a range attack, so it's friggin' reaction shouldn't affect
you-
me.
This one specifically?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, don't matter anyways.
Ah!
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Very nice.
Correct.
Roll that crit
Die.
damage.
Die. Cockroach, die.
Ooh, 16 bludgeoning damage. That's gonna hurt it heavily.
It should. Oh, it should. Oh, does it? Here's the question. I don't know. Maybe this is programmed right. I don't know. Because like, when I do the 2-action, does it replace my Constitution modifier with the Strength, or is it both of them together?
Goodness. Let me check how that works again. Gotta remind myself. I do not have enough people who play thaumaturges in my games.
This kineticist.
You're right, kineticist. I have more people playing thaumaturges these days. It's gonna
Because in the ability it says if you make a 2-action elemental blast, you gain a status bonus to the damage roll equal to your Constitution.
You should get both, I believe.
So the damage calculation is wrong.
Unless, actually, so what that requires wording is if the game considers weapon damage, your strength to be a status bonus inherently, and I'm not.
It
certain.
does. So it says add your strength modifier to the damage for a melee elemental blast. Okay, so this is a ranged. Okay, that's what's confusing to
Well,
me.
there
So
you go.
it is
Oh,
right.
yes, that makes sense because you don't normally get strength on ranged attacks, unless it has
Yeah.
the propulsive trait, in which case you get half strength.
All right, so still not bad damage.
Still not bad. Yeah, I was looking for the wording on the ability, but it's.
Yeah, I got confused because so it does even more damage if I can land that on a melee. But their
Yes.
stupid reaction is like
the
killing
reaction
me.
makes it a little bit harder.
I'm gonna eat a fresh produce.
Cockroaches, as annoying in game as in real life. Go ahead and eat your berry, get your health.
I want a berry.
I'll give berries out in a bit. And that's 2 actions plus 1 action. That's my turn.
All right, don't forget to grab that fresh produce effect just in case it matters.
Oh yes.
It might not. Who knows?
Can they do void damage? I don't know.
If you piss off one of the ravens, they might be able to. Gaius, we're up to you.
All right. So that one is dead. So I will try to exploit this one.
Very, very nice.
And then walk beside it,
Mm-hmm.
then blink, and then strike at it.
So if you roll,
That will not hit.
And that is my turn.
All right. Cyan, we're up to you.
All right. I'm gonna recall. I'm doing all the research of the cockroaches. Recall knowledge on this one.
You're using
on
more recall knowledge in this combat
Yep.
than in some of my entire campaigns, so I'm proud of you.
Let's see. We've noted the weaknesses and I guess resistances.
Yeah. Weaknesses and resistances are... Sure. Unfortunately, this will be a failed recall knowledge roll.
Got it.
You are not certain of any resistances a cockroach might have.
Then yeah. Actually, can I attempt that again for my second action?
Sure.
I think I could do that with the new rules, right?
Yeah, you can make as many recall knowledges as you want. I'm sorry to tell you this.
Whew!
Just
All right,
barely a failure.
I am just gonna strike it then.
Go for it. So no off guard against it this time.
Nope.
That's still a hit, though.
Still a hit. Might be enough.
That's good damage. That is, in fact, enough to kill the cockroach.
Whew.
Very, very nice.
All right, second cockroach down.
But one more cockroach gets to go. Ooh, what is it
Hopefully-
like to bite? I think we'll bite Gaius here. Yes. Indeed. Oh, delightful. What a beautiful nat 20 that is. Why am I rolling 8 damage every time I crit?
Owie.
I'm okay with that.
Don't kill Alki. You gotta take the damage. Why would you do that? That's so rude.
I didn't realize I had him selected. I was like, why did I drop? Well, like I only took 8 damage. Why did I?
That was their shield block.
All right, and second attack. Oh, it's going to pivot over to slicing at Buckthorn, yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pitiful. So, seeing the easier target, it's just going to flip back over for one more bite at you guys. Well, it tried its best. And now you all may kill it. Kuromori, it is your turn.
Right.
Also, Buckthorn, I'm going to make the official calling here. Raw, you would not get Implements Empowerment, but that just feels bad, so I'm going to give it to you when you're one-handing the sword and have a shield.
That's Gaius, but yes.
Sorry, I can't name, okay?
That's fine.
Meant to say
Alright.
that to you guys.
Oh, good.
All right. I'm gonna stab the stupid cockroach.
All right. No, you will
No,
not. Good try, though.
I think for my third action, I'm going to increase the effect level of Bane.
Okay. So in the top right of your screen where you've got the effect, yeah, you should be able to just left-click it like that, and it should work.
Yeah, I already just did it through the conditions page.
Oh, you can even do that? Perfect. Yeah. All right. Ko, that'll bring us to you.
Alrighty. Target him.
Mm-hmm.
Do the thing.
All right. A very nice hit.
And the damage.
A beautiful roll on damage as well.
And then with my final action.
Oh, you would. I misread the wording on scurry earlier. Whoops. Good to know.
Last action, I'll glass shield.
Okay.
And slap that on myself.
Very nice. Buckthorn, that'll bring us to you.
Well, same try again thing, just gonna try to blast it, but I'm
Sure.
using melee blasts.
Okay, so I'm going to apologize here because I've been using the scurry ability wrong, like a fool. It is not just always on. I have to specifically use that reaction when he is targeted by a melee attack, not after the rolls have been made. So I will not use it for the rest of this fight. I know it's a bit too late, but out of a perceived attempt at fairness and atonement for my folly.
It's fair. Monsters all have crazy abilities.
My
Here we
cockroaches
go.
have bonus AC.
No, I refuse. I'm rolling. I've missed too many times.
Hey, there you go.
Let's be it.
Get that good damage.
There we go. This is my 1d8 plus 6 that I wanted.
Woo! Beautiful.
If only it had been a
damage.
crit.
That would be very, very nice.
So that's one, and then
That was 2. You got 1 left.
oh yeah, yeah, and then I'm just gonna try again, but I'm just gonna do a single action.
Sure. Go for it. That will unfortunately not hit.
And
Cockroach is
that
too dodgy.
That's my turn.
Alright, Gaius. Get the kill. Bring it home.
I will try. We will see if the strike will hit.
Oh, there's the crit you were looking for,
There we
Buckthorn.
go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
For 12 total damage. That
Yes.
will be enough, factoring in the personal antithesis damage, to kill the cockroach. And as the final cockroach falls dead, all 3 ravens are going to begin circling around your guys' heads in a big circle, just squawking out, "Congratulations! Congratulations!"
Thank you.
Yeah.
No danger,
yes,
no
thank you.
danger.
Thank you for the warning.
Buckthorn will get, I have fruit, and well, I'll go in a sideways order. I'll give some to everybody. So I'll start with Gaius, then Cyan, and then Ko if he wants one.
Alright.
I will take it.
I will take it too.
Rook is
So I'll
unfortunately
roll-
too unconscious to deny fruit now, so...
That's for Gaius.
Alright.
That's for Cyan, and then this one's for Ko. Sorry,
Thank
well,
you.
I didn't roll very well for Ko, but you weren't hurt very badly. So
Yeah, I'm back to full. It was enough.
5 to Gaius, 3 to Saya.
Thank you, Buckthorn.
He's
Of
so
course.
scared right now. He's just looking around, like barely paying attention to how he's eating, and it's just getting all over the place. That's why I didn't heal him very much.
did you click it, Gaius?
I did not. Which one was mine? The very
The
first one?
5, yeah.
Yeah.
You got the most.
Woohoo.
And then I guess, for 10 minutes you have some resistance to void if you drag the fresh produce effect onto yourself.
Yeah. You can also use
Uh.
that that resistance to void as a great way to keep track of when you're able to eat the fresh produce again.
Yeah, that's the big nice thing about it. Because I can only feed this to somebody every 10 minutes.
Right. I was putting it down in my notes to create a fresh produce immunity effect, but then I was like, wait a second. Its
Yeah, if you
resistance
just-
to void just lasts 10 minutes, so
Yeah, so once that wears off, you're good.
you're set.
I have to step away for just a moment. We got a let up in the rain, and my dog desperately needs to pee.
Yeah,
It's
go for it.
waiting for like a couple minutes. Sorry.
No worries. So shall we check out that tavern?
Sure. So once I start doing that, I can start tending to the last of the wounds here with treat wounds.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll do Buck first, but I didn't mean to do that. I have a module in mind where F flips your token, and I keep forgetting that's not in this module.
F is off guard and foundry.
Yeah, I had to remind that.
I will refocus while they're doing this.
Sounds good.
Presuming we make it 10 minutes without a fight. Can I just get the point?
You guys can just do the 10 minutes. Which I'll leave it up to you, Kuromori, if you want to actually roll treat wounds. But between a single treat wounds on someone and then Buckthorn giving someone fresh produce after that, 10 minutes would be more than enough, I think, to get everyone to full health here. Unless
Okay,
you
yeah,
think you're
just-
going to nat one and stab someone. I'll let you roll.
That's
if
always
you
a
think.
possibility. That's
Are
always
you
a
the person who has
possibility.
assurance, though, on medicine checks? Or is that someone else?
I
Okay.
don't
That's-
have it yet.
Someone else in a different game that has that.
I do plan on taking them. I don't think I have that yet. No, I don't
That's
have it
fair.
yet. I'm pretty sure I need to be level 2 for that.
I keep forgetting you guys are still level 1.
Yep. Please level us up, Jericho.
No. I
Level
refuse.
us till the end.
There's always a chance for Nat 1.
This
so
entire
I will-
campaign will stay at level 1. That's the entire the plot I've never told anyone.
It's like
That's
one of
the
those.
that's the real horror.
Yeah. One of those challenge runs on RPGs.
Oh,
You're
I
just
failed
level
on
1.
him.
Still failed. But Buckthorn being able to give produce after that should be enough to the group. So anyone who is injured may just pop themselves to full here.
Thank you.
Okay.
I consider myself a benevolent GM. Makes it all the more sweet when I tear you all down later.
You did get 3 crits on us.
Yeah, with cockroaches.
Alright.
Yep. So taking a peek inside to see if there are cockroaches still left.
Perception check. You can't really see the entire building standing a little away from the door, but from what you can see, you're more than welcome to make a check for.
Got it.
You don't see any cockroaches.
Alright. Yeah. Stepping in?
Yeah. It is a pretty destroyed little inn.
Oh, wow. Rough.
Yeah. This is this building is a pretty accurate representation of what a solid chunk of Willowshore looks like right now.
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh.
bad inside.
Currently just looking through a window like the smart decision.
What's in here, guys? Oh. But there's an intact guitar. Alright.
You know what? If you really want the intact guitar, I'll give it to you.
No, not really.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not trained performance.
Not yet, anyways.
Hey, there you go.
But
We
ding,
have-
ding, 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 ding.
Only Ko is trained in performance in the party.
Oh, yeah. Looking around. What do we see? Anything useful?
It's a whole bunch of destroyed furniture and a few bloodstains here and there. But you don't see anything that you would count as useful, per se.
There's a missing child.
Shh. That's just
Looks
set
like the
dressing.
gr-
Don't look too much
That,
into
that
it.
looks like the Gerber baby.
Good eye. I didn't even notice.
Didn't you know the Gerber baby is from Willowshore?
No,
You
it's nothing.
guessed.
I just pick up the help wanted sign. Just
Help wanted. Save Willowshore, scrawled in blood.
And I'll check this wanted poster in case I see that person.
Sure. Looking at that wanted poster, it's a pretty old poster. But it's the name on it, it's a relatively young looking girl. But oh goodness, let me check. I know I have the name, and I just want to make sure I'm not saying it wrong. Because I very much right. Nope, but I was right. Fan Hongri. I'll type that out in chat in case my pronunciation is awful, which it most likely is.
yeah. Can I recall knowledge? Do I know who this person is?
Sure. Give me a recall knowledge.
Yeah, I want to get. Oh, that's Roman. I got Willowshore lure.
I'm so
That
proud
should
of
tell
you.
me.
You are targeting Buckthorn right now, Kuromori.
Oh, am I? Dang it! All right, I'll try.
There you go.
I want to know information about Leshies.
He's made of wood. You think.
Ah, maybe.
Cyan, you
Yeah.
actually do remember that name.
All right.
From maybe 3 years ago in the winter, 7105, there was a missive from Sazay about dangerous fugitives who had attempted to curse the imperial family. Fan Hongri was a singer who was one of those fugitives. That's what this wanted poster is from, actually, who showed up in Willowshore and claimed to be searching for aid in dealing with a friend's snake bite, but fled when the governor tried to arrest her. She officially died in a fire that erupted at Canary Inn to the northeast when the governor and some of the town guard led a pursuit against her. Whether the fire was an accident or set purposefully by the governor and some of the town guard is very much contested and quiet by some people. But the official public statement was it was an accident.
I share that to the entire party, and yeah, but she's dead now, so this poster must be really old.
Because of your role, Cyan, there is one more little tidbit you get. And specifically because the governor spoke with Dr. Dami about it at one point, and you just sort of happened to overhear. But soon after he came back from the pursuit, Governor had mentioned to Dr. Dami that Hongri's last words were apparently, "All those who serve Langwa will soon know how it feels to lose it all."
Huh.
Oh, Longwa. Sorry, do we know Longwa?
That was the empire of this region that collapsed in 7106 at the start of the Age of Lost Omens. So, within a year of her claiming that, the empire collapsed.
Oh, so it's only been like a couple years since she
Yes.
supposedly died.
Yeah, it's
Right.
been 3 years. We're in 7108 right now, 2 years after the start of the Age of Lost Omens. This is a campaign that takes place in the past.
Oh.
All right. Other clues is this bar sucks, and Zor's was here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Alright. Yeah, she seemed like a.
I want you to know the cockroaches were the ones that wrote "This bar sucks,"
Oh,
and
no.
Zor's was here.
That was one of the
That was wonderful.
cockroaches' names.
Yeah.
I'm back, by the way.
Welcome
Sorry,
back.
my dog's being
Can-
an absolute
No
dickhead.
worries. In
Can
the
I do
future.
a?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I was gonna ask if I could just do a perception to look around the whole
Absolutely.
building for anything useful.
Yeah. And for future reference for anyone, if you need to step away at any point, in the tools on the left side, you should see a button that looks like a partially open door, and if you hover, it says "Step away for a minute." If you click that,
Yes, I'll
just
do
puts a
that.
nice little message in chat, and you can click it again when you're back. And that'll just let everyone know that you're stepping away and coming back. But taking a look around Kuromori, there's some small foodstuffs here and there. A little bit of relatively cheap alcohol and tea, and what could be used as rations if need be. Other than that, though, there's not really anything here that would be worth taking.
Okay.
Perhaps we should go to your house.
Right. Let's go. Let's go find that. My
That
stuff and poison.
Yeah.
Sure. You can pop back to the Willowshore map.
Now I'm
Perhaps
kind
we'll
of
learn what happened to your uncle.
right. And I'm also thinking about the tavern in front of your house, Gaius, is destroyed, but your house wasn't. Rook's house was weird, but Ko's house was okay. I wonder if there's some there's some pattern to it, or some selection process, or is it really just all random?
Well, maybe there was people in the bar which attracted the monsters.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Yeah,
I
Gaius
mean,
wasn't around, so
that's one thing all our houses had in common. Well, like some of our houses had in common. At least there's nobody there.
it's true. Well, let's see. Let's check my house.
I look across the lake.
By the way, Buckthorn, you can pop yourself up to full hit points.
Okay.
The party decided there would be enough time to do so. As you guys are... Where do you think you're going?
Oops. Sorry.
You're not there.
Hold up!
We were doing a little steps.
I appreciate it. But there might be something that happens as you guys leave the tavern.
Oh.
Who was specifically staying outside of the tavern during that? I know, Ko, you were refocusing for a chunk of that. Was anyone else remaining outside?
Buckthorn probably would. I moved the token inside just so I could see what it looked like because
Okay.
of the way the roofs are, but Buckthorn probably would have just been hanging out outside.
So, could the two of you give me a perception check, please?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, it's blind.
Should be
There
blind,
we go.
please. Okay.
Massive +1 while afraid.
Fantastic. Beautiful, even. You're a bit focused on your refocusing, Ko, so you tend to drown out, at least at the moment, a bit of the noise around you, especially that moon. God, that thing's horrifying.
Yeah.
So, Buckthorn, when everyone else is looking around inside or focusing on their own things, and you're just kind of like plucking berries off of yourself and eating them, you begin to hear a sound in the distance. Far up the main road to the northwest of you, what sounds like clattering. You know that sound when you accidentally knock all your chopsticks off the counter and they all hit the floor together?
It's like a bunch of wooden things hit the ground.
Yeah, imagine that.
Not chopsticks specifically, but
Not necessarily just chopsticks, but, anything, cutlery, silverware, whatever.
yeah.
Trying to keep it in theming here.
It's fair.
You hear that sound. Wooden, metallic, some ceramic. But it's not just like when you knock a few utensils off the table. This is the sound of hundreds of things clattering together. And slowly getting louder. Very, very slowly. And this is
I kind of
far in the distance.
I sort of lean in to look in everyone in the bar, and I glance at Ko and then kind of lean in the door and say, I think maybe we should move towards Cyan's house. I heard something really loud that seems to be getting closer slowly from the opposite direction. So maybe it would be better if we moved further away from it.
Very well.
All right. And if I strain my hearing enough, do I hear it as well?
Yeah, now that it's been pointed out, any of you paying attention are able to make out the sound as well.
Oh, that's a strange sound. Yeah, let's go.
Sound effect from that, actually. Let me check. I might, if I were an intelligent individual. I do not. What a shame. That'd have been a good sound to have. But I unfortunately do not. So, no sound effect.
Can I leave a
there.
light? Can I leave a light cantrip go on in the ruined tavern so whatever comes along gets distracted with that?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna do
Absolutely. Love that idea. And you guys are free to make your way over to Cyan's house specifically.
That's sort of the opposite idea I had for light when I thought we might have been under low light conditions. I was going to use a red hued light so that creatures at the distance wouldn't think something was up there, because it would sort of blend in with the rest of the red light from the moon. But it didn't come up, so that's okay.
Alright, well, as you all approach Cyan's house, and by extension the Hand of Spring as well, though that's just a little ways away slightly, sort of down the road slightly further, that is where we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. So feel free to stand up, stretch, get some water, and I'll see you all in a few minutes.
We also burned his arm badly.
Yeah, a lot. There was a divine lance and
Some stuff happened.
It was wild.
yeah.
Yeah, that cockroach fight was good for my character's self-worth. 'Cause everything he did yet last session was a failure. Literally everything.
Really appreciate. We're really seeing how like those little +1 bonuses here and there really make a difference.
Yeah. That's what I've learned about Pathfinder. Every +1 counts.
I made that religion check because I had cast guidance before I did the religion check.
Oh right, yeah. That was a very high DC.
I was worried there for a moment.
They almost drowned Buckthorn.
No, nothing. He was in a no. You were in a sort of an ethereal state that you were unaffected.
But hey, we got our 3 coins.
Yeah. I'm just glad my weather is cooperating right now. It's storming pretty hard, but everything has been fine. Cross fingers. Knock wood.
Knock Buckthorn wood.
I live by a lake, so sometimes storms get pretty heavy because there's not a lot of windbreak. So, like the wind can really pick up speed.
Oh yeah.
And the power lines aren't all buried here.
Sorry, they're all buried?
Some of them aren't, some aren't, which is
Mm.
like the ones that aren't buried become the problem when the winds get super high during storms.
I just realized I had my mic muted that entire time like a damned fool. I am so sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, we weren't just like ignoring you like assholes.
I have been chatting as well, and I was like, wait a second.
Why are they ignoring me?
I feel like I'm being ignored.
Is this a prank?
I am very sorry about that. But welcome back from break. I am so sorry. I feel like a fool.
No, it happened.
No.
Curse me not paying attention to the stupid little red light on my mic saying it's muted. But as you guys approach Cyan's house, you notice that although there was destruction at that tavern across the street from Gaius's house, and, you know, Second Vest was a little damaged, as you head east, the buildings seem in much better condition than what you saw along the Southbank. When you looked towards the clattering sound you heard to the northwest, those are the buildings that looked like they were in some trouble. But it seems as you're heading, or at least starting to head east like this, a couple 100 feet, the damage is not nearly as severe.
Interesting. Well, unfortunately, maybe that clanging sound is buildings being torn apart.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear that. My house is over there.
Yeah.
So is mine.
Your house was over there.
No.
Let's make one thing clear.
My
I make
family!
0 promises.
Although my house is so far out there, they might not have given a crap.
Right.
Well, I guess you'll just have to go check out at some point.
Yeah, there's nothing super important there, so. I mean, there are things I definitely want, but they're not. I don't think they're things that will like super change our current situation.
Well, do you have family over there, Buckthorn?
I mean, the other Leshies, but if they were over here, hopefully they took refuge at Granny Who's place, or maybe went into the forest and hid. It's not that hard for us to hide among the plants.
That's fair. It seems like, not sure. Do you all have the capacity to produce berries and heal yourselves?
No, that's a thing that only I can do. At least among these Leshies. I guess there's probably some other Leshies who could do it.
That's pretty useful. But yeah, I think we're close.
Yeah, you can see your house up around the bend, Cyan. It looks at a glance to be in relatively good condition.
All right. This way. Kind of go to the front of the house.
Sure. I do not have a map for you this time.
Gotcha.
I only have so many maps. I gotta save them.
That's fair.
That's fair. Just look around and try to see if there's anything, any creatures hovering.
Give me a perception check.
Oops, sorry, should be blind.
Yes, it should.
Oh, I wonder what I rolled.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
I'll give you a guess if you see any creatures about. What do you think?
Nope. What the hell? I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. What greets you as your home, just as you remember leaving it?
And yeah, I'm gonna start looking for my stuff, and this isn't the. Is this where Dr. Dami will also have his curatives and poisons?
No, he would keep those specifically at the Hand of Spring.
All right.
So you can
And-
head over there, which isn't terribly far from you.
Yeah.
It's another like 150 feet away, super in sight.
Yep. So I'm just gonna pick up my
Sure.
items.
Yeah, some of the silver you've got, that alarm snare, the ghost charge. Do you want those in your inventory or in the party stash?
Yeah, party stash is fine.
Okay. Sharing the wealth, how kind of you.
Seems useful for everyone. Those ghost charges might come in handy.
It might. You never know.
Thankfully, I can do vitality damage.
And yeah, if there's nothing else that happens here, we're just gonna cross and go
I
to.
never said
Hand
there
of-
was nothing else that happens there. Now hold your darn horses.
I will wait.
Uh-oh, horses.
Nothing else happens there. You're good to move on.
Awesome. And head over to the Hand of Spring.
Sure.
Yep.
As you make
Fuck
your
one
way
just
over
falls.
the western side of the building, you're used to it. It always kind of looks boarded up and abandoned. It's sort of the like extra space / storage if need be, but for the most part, it is kept relatively clear and empty. So it's always funny, people coming from the west, the building doesn't look like anyone's there. It doesn't look like it's in use, but the front door is just a couple other feet away. Who is searching as your exploration action? I suppose I should make sure I'm asking that.
I will be.
I am scouting.
Okay.
Kumari will be searching.
For sneak, or a seek, I should say.
Yes, yeah. Anyone who is searching may make a seek action here to specifically see what they can find.
It's just a blind perception.
Yes.
I am repeatedly casting shield on myself.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think I'm also seeking at this area.
Yeah. I think that makes sense for you.
Hmm.
And that roll definitely makes sense.
What does he mean?
I
As you
never know what
approach the
Jericho
building,
means.
Cyan,
Yes.
you are the first to hear what sounds like loud hisses and growls coming from within the building.
Oh, I raise my hand and stop everyone and kind of just point to the building and just mouth with kind of whisper, hissing, danger inside.
Now that he pointed it out, do we hear the noise?
Yeah. Gaius, you especially caught it pretty quickly after him. The rest of you sort of wait for it to get pointed out and then hear it. It definitely sounds like a fight is currently ongoing.
Oh, a fight. Okay.
Yeah, there's like that hissing, the growling. You hear a couple loud thumps as well.
Do we hear anyone screaming?
You do not.
Yeah, I would know if there are windows to this place.
Yeah, there's some windows along the back. Coming up along the front, though, there are those large wooden lattices on either side of the main door that you could see through without much issue.
All right. Gonna approach
Sure.
quietly. I guess.
Well, then I might want a stealth check from you.
Got it.
And you're trying to do it sneaky like.
Sneaky. Stealth. I should be good at this. Stealth is always blind, right?
Yes. Yep, and you can just use the avoid notice button if you got that up and about. I wonder what you rolled. Could be anything. I'll never know.
Yeah.
I would assume you're being pretty quiet right now.
Not particularly good being quiet, so I'll wait to see what happens. Back here.
Yeah. So as
Yeah,
you
I'll let
approach the
them look at it.
lattice, Cyan,
Yeah, take a peek through the. I
you
guess.
can pretty easily see two very similar to what you fought before large centipedes. Currently going at it with sort of an ethereal, almost dog-sized gecko.
Echo.
It looks so happy to be here.
How many centipedes do I see, and how
You
many
see
geckos?
two at the moment, one gecko. However, as you're approaching, 3 more centipedes kind of slither out.
I feel like that gecko needs help.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a horse in this fight, but
Well, Cyan,
the centipedes tried to kill us.
you specifically
What
give
the-
me a recall knowledge roll, please.
What deck are we talking about here? I don't see one.
You gotta get closer.
Oh,
I whispered to them, I think there are 5 centipedes and 1 phantom-looking gecko who seems to be fighting against all 5.
You've been here a lot growing up, Cyan. You've spoken with your uncle quite frequently. He has made mention in the past of his belief that there is a guardian spirit that watches over the Hand of Spring. However, it has never before manifested.
Oh.
If a phantom like this is fighting against these centipedes that you know at the moment are literal bloodthirsty creatures, there is a likelihood that your uncle was right and this is that guardian spirit.
Ah. My uncle speaks of a guardian spirit and seems like it has appeared. Yes, it is in need of help. I tell everyone.
Well, we should aid any guardian spirits we come across then.
Yes. Let's hurry.
Maybe he'll cut us a break on his wagon insurance.
Stop it.
All right.
Hopefully it's around 20%.
Well, you guys are free to position yourselves as and where you would like by the front door. Once you open it, that'll be when initiative gets rolled.
Yeah.
So place yourself where you're happy being. Cyan, if you're still trying to stealth at this point, I would have you roll stealth for initiative.
Thank you.
I'm not going to worry about stealth right now. They're busy.
They're
They are
centipedes to
busy.
kill.
Yeah.
All right,
Also, they're
everyone
busy.
happy with their positioning?
Sure.
Yes.
Initiative rolls, please.
Come on. Oh, it's not doing my stealth. Oh, there you go.
All right. The first ones up are some of the centipedes. Not necessarily you. And they're going to sort of take their first turns just striding up since they have become aware of presences by the door.
The door is open, right? Or no?
You guys could have opened it. Yeah. I will not require anyone to use their first action opening it.
I got it. Yeah.
So that'll let one
Wait,
of these centipedes
no.
fully run outside with its first with its first turn.
I'm sorry.
You fools.
I mean, who cares? We're
Don't
gonna find
worry,
anyways.
made a mistake.
Ran
And
right
Gaius
into
is
flank.
paying the penalty for it. All right.
No.
It's going to be a mild 3 piercing damage to you, Gaius. Nothing too terribly bad. However, I would like to remind everyone's favorite experience, the fortitude saves.
That's right, they're poisonous.
They are, in fact, poisonous, and that will be a failure unless you'd like to re-roll that at all, Gaius.
You are
I
muted.
will.
Okay. Much better. You are unaffected by the poison from that bite.
It teased that one.
Agreeing as to the other centipede, it's going to use its second action to get to here. And it's going to make a bite on you, Kuromori. However, I am going to give you standard cover, because it's trying to bite around the door frame. So it doesn't really have a good angle to hit you at the moment.
Sure.
So you'll have a buff to your AC against it. But it is going to take a big old chomp.
No.
For 5 points of piercing damage to you.
Don't want it. You can take
And-
it back.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, that cover prevented it from being a crit.
Dang.
Another nat 19 on the saves. Yeah, no poison done to you guys. And that'll bring us to the gecko. He's gonna bite some of these regular cockroaches. Jaws.
Ooh, does spirit damage.
All right. Force
Oh,
damage.
that's force.
Yeah.
That's force. Sorry.
Good try.
Ah.
All right. Manages to bite one for a little bit of damage. And he'll just keep going at it. All right. You getting the good rolls. And one more, because one. Okay, then.
Oh wow.
The
Go
gecko's
man.
out for blood.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Screw these guys.
Almost manages to kill an entire centipede with one turn. Wow.
Geckos are the centipede's natural predator.
Is that what it is? The other one can't actually get to anyone, but it's just going to come up here to the front door and create the conga line of centipedes. All right, Buckthorn, you're up.
Alright, okay, so I'm gonna try to see if I can angle this AoE properly to hit all three of those guys. How do can I drag a 30-foot cone to try to?
Yeah, go for it.
How do I rotate it?
Control and
Hold
mouse
control or
wheel.
shift and scroll wheel.
Aha! I can do it in a way that doesn't hit anybody but them.
Nice.
I am very happy for that.
So does it? Okay, I put it down.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Do I need to re-put it down? What do I gotta do?
Nope, so just roll that damage,
Okay.
and I will start rolling some saves. We'll start with the one closest, which will succeed and take half. Next one will succeed and take half. And the final one will nat 1 and crit fail
Yeah.
for double. And that does kill your channel elements, I believe.
It does, so
Cool.
I'm going to redo that.
Sounds good.
Give me back. Give me back.
Give it back. Give it.
And that is my turn. I
All
put
right.
bleeding on all of them and did a little bit of damage to them.
Nice.
Ooh, that one that got double hit too.
Yeah,
Does that do double the bleeding too? 'Cause
it
of crit
does. Yep, so it'll
Ooh,
take
that
2 times
sucks.
1d4. It's very nasty. You get later on, you'll get things that deal like 2d6 persistent damage, and when you crit with that, it feels so good.
fail? Well, this effect scales as I level. Thankfully.
Yeah. All right, and we can get rid of that cone now. That's going to bring us to this centipede right here. It's going to bite at the gecko. Missing. Missing. And missing. How rude. That'll bring us to Koromori's turn.
I wonder if you can open doors on your own. I am going to strike this creature that I am flanking.
Sounds good. Yeah, they kind of put themselves in the perfect position, didn't they?
Yep.
No one said they were super smart. Ooh,
Well,
nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, 11 damage to the centipede. Very, very nice.
We're mad at our performance against the cockroaches.
Yeah, we're gonna do one more.
Atoning
Oh,
for
no,
past
miss.
shames.
I mean, these are a known enemy. We've already.
Oh, raise a shield.
All right. Ko, that brings us to you.
Oh my god.
If you've got a line effect, this is the perfect time for it.
Oh my god.
It sounds like he does.
I finally get to class. Breath of fire.
He's so excited. Yeah, and you can absolutely place that cone to only get the centipedes.
And yeah,
All right.
they all make that reflex save.
I imagine you don't want it quite angled like this where it would also hit Gaius.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll that damage, and I'll start rolling saves.
Come on.
Ooh, that's a good damage
Nice.
roll. The closest one will succeed for half.
Still
The
near death.
middle one will also succeed for half. And the one in the back.
Come on, crit fail again.
They will just regular fail and take full.
Okay.
Still, we've stacked on some damage.
And which
Yep.
would you like to take the 1 fire damage from your blood magic?
The one at the back.
Sure. Can you go ahead and click that 1 fire button for me? In the blood and flying magic. Perfect. Thank you kindly. I'll go ahead and take that.
And I guess I'll put the Phoenix blood magic on myself.
All right. I don't think you get both.
Oh yeah, I don't get both.
Yeah.
then.
So if
Okay.
you'd rather take that Phoenix Blood Magic than deal 1 damage, you're more than welcome to.
One temporary hit point is chump change.
Versus 1 damage to an opponent.
Yeah.
Final words. Final
Yeah,
words.
it could very well be my final words.
Yeah. Gaius, you're up.
Well, I'll go ahead and I will wait on that one over there.
All right.
Unlucky.
Believe it or not, centipedes are weak to bug spray. And you just so happen to have some.
And then I will strike this one in front.
Go for it. That is not going
I
to
will
hit.
try. Oh, I don't have that. I will try to strike it again.
All right. Ah!
Once
Get
again.
wrecked.
I think that guy might be dead.
I would imagine so.
Oh, it's
Unfortunate for that centipede, but it is in fact deceased.
I don't know why my exploit vulnerability is active. It failed.
Because you still get personal antithesis when you fail.
Oh.
Yeah, succeeding is what gives you a choice between personal antithesis and mortal weakness. But if you fail, you just get personal antithesis automatically. Only a
Okay.
crit fail does nothing. So
All right.
yeah.
That is all my attacks.
All right. That'll bring us to the other centipede fighting the gecko. Is going to make some bites. Uh-oh. It's a crit on the gecko for max damage. Thankfully,
no.
the gecko is incorporeal, so it doesn't take it all. And it is immune to the poison. But 1 crit and then 2 missed attacks. The gecko's injured. Cyan, you're up.
All
You
right.
start moving the corpses out of the way so people can stand on top of them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move. Yeah, gonna move in. Can I move inside actually?
You could move past one of them, yeah, without having to tumble through. Just going diagonal.
Yep. Think I'll do that.
It might not let you. You might have to go in and then
Yeah. Then I'm
I
gonna.
probably should force you to tumble through there, but meh.
Okay. Yep.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
going to. I'm too lazy.
Recall knowledge on this one and try to
Sure.
find its best and worst save.
Okay. Looking at these ones seem to be operating in a much more man, this is annoying. They seem to be operating in a much more cohesive capacity than other sentient creatures due to the effects of weather that you've come across up until this point.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at them, you actually think that will say are going to be their highest at this point. There is an intelligence gleaming in their eyes that you have yet to see in other animals up until this point, and it honestly scares you a little bit. You also think that, because they look like they move pretty quickly, you'd have to say that fortitude is probably their worst.
Interesting. Sounds like lies, but I'm gonna strike.
Go for it. That will hit. Oh, I didn't realize you were targeting that one. I'm sorry, I meant to put off guard. I put off guard on the wrong one then. Looking at my little targets. Whoops.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I just had it on the wrong one.
Well.
Okay. That will be enough damage to kill.
Nice.
Dead.
You're so lucky. I would not want to be up against two of those back to back.
Yep.
All right. Well, that brings us to the other centipede, and I was going to have it move out, but hey, it got a nice juicy morsel right next to it, and, that arm looks delicious. You don't need it any longer, do you?
I still do.
I don't much
Get off.
care. Give it. It's going to try and bite you. For a mild 2 piercing damage. The horror.
Fortitude save?
Of course. Yeah, you're fine. But hey, it wants your arm and it's going to keep biting till it gets it. Or until it misses repeatedly and doesn't get it. That's also on the table, I guess.
No, go away, go away.
It is going to take 1 bleed damage, but it does not recover from it. And that'll bring us to the gecko. It's going to continue attacking the injured one. Not hitting. Not hitting. And not hitting. Gaming over here. Look at that beautiful 0 it rolled on its final attack. That's the mark of a true combatant in the arena. Buckthorn, you're up.
So I'm going to move to take the mirrored position of Cyan.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I got this guy flanked, so
Yeah.
2 action.
What if I
elemental
told you the
blast.
centipede had scurry too?
I would be upset.
Okay, it doesn't.
Also,
I just
Zan-
wanted to know what your response would be.
Zan's also using a ranged weapon, so
He can still provide flanking as long as he has the capacity to make an unarmed strike.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Which,
Fair
since
enough.
you can kick to make an unarmed strike, he can provide flanking. And that will hit.
Give me
Ooh, low damage.
yeah. And then so I just step, and that's 2 actions, so I'm done.
All right, that'll bring us to the centipede attacking the gecko. And let's go ahead and miss.
Thank goodness.
It is going to hit with the second strike, but not deal enough damage to get past the gecko's physical resistance, and then miss its final attack. Kuramori, we're up to you.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Here I go killing again.
I'm gonna go. To
If
this
you are
position.
trying to fully get through it like that, I am going to ask for a tumble through roll.
Oh, I was.
Can
My
he
plan
step
was
in
to
my
go a bit-
position since I'm small?
How dare you
That was what-
call that out? Yes, he absolutely can.
that was my intent.
I feel like I should ask for one at this point, but I've come too far. I will continue to allow it. My benevolence knows no bounds. I will punish you all for this later.
Don't worry, I'll miss.
I was counting on
I'm not racial.
that. Okay. Cole, we're up to you.
Well, by that ruling,
Oh no.
I'm just gonna kind of walk the same way.
This is going too far. Now there's
And
even
I'm
more.
going to cast a 2-action heal on the gecko.
Wait,
Are you sure?
Well, they're on. Is he a spirit or?
It's a spirit. Don't do it.
Okay. All right, never mind.
You're not entirely certain.
Then I won't do it.
Okay.
I'll just cast ignition on the one that is already hurt by him then.
Sure.
Assuming it's within 30 feet of me. Yeah, it is. Ignition. Attack.
That's a hit. Love to see it. That is some good damage. That centipede is on death's door, and one of the medicinal plants catches fire.
Oh shit. Not AoE.
Oops.
You gotta break a few eggs.
That's my turn.
All right. That would bring us to the uninjured centipede attack.
Oh no, it's Gaius' turn.
Oh, yes, you hit the end turn at the same time. I did. My apologies.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Gaius, you may go. So, right now with your position, you are flanking with Kuromori. However, the creature would get cover because you're kind of hitting around the wall and door frame, so it would effectively cancel out if you stayed where you were.
Oh, excuse me.
You okay?
Yeah, I'll go
I-
and just
I get
strike it.
hiccups all the time.
That'll still hit either way. All right, 8 points of damage. That will be enough to end the existence of that centipede.
Getting better.
Stride. I'll go ahead and stride another time. All the way up to the centipede.
All right.
Oh, I do lose that.
Yes. That will bring us to the other centipede's turn. Yeah. It's still going to focus on the gecko with its first attack. But it'll miss. Sadly. It's going to keep attacking the gecko for now. Getting a hit off. But dealing no damage. So seeing that, it is going to turn and bite at you, Gaius, with its final action. Which will miss. And bring us to your turn, Cyan.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna target the near death one and strike. Send an arrow flying.
Okay. That will not hit, unfortunately.
I will hero point that.
Very nice. 5 points of damage is absolutely going to be enough to end the miserable existence of that centipede.
And yeah, I'm gonna turn my attention to the only one remaining and strike.
Okay. It's going to have lesser cover against you because Gaius is in the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but that's a free hero point if I've ever seen one.
Yes. I'm gonna get that.
All right. Back to the top of initiative with the gecko's turn. It's just gonna... It's gonna cast Fear on the centipede.
Nice.
Good job, Gecko.
Which the centipede will nat 1, becoming frightened 3 and fleeing. So I guess he'll just attack with his last action. For 7 points of force damage. Alright, Buckthorn, we're up to you.
Yeah, so Buckthorn is going to stride 25 to here so that I'm not I can shoot around Gaius.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'm going to elemental blast this man.
That looks like a hit to me.
7 damage.
Damage, very nice. You got out. Oh no, you tied for damage with a gecko.
But that is my turn. I strode and then 2 action elemental blast.
All right, then we're gonna pivot over to Kuromori.
Oh man. I move here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if this will actually work on him, but let's give it a shot. I'm gonna Divine Lance him.
Go for it. Believe it or not, much to everyone's chagrin, spirits or centipedes do in fact have souls.
Excellent.
I know there's many people upset by that revelation, but it will take the full spirit damage there as you strike it.
Yeah, it's on my turn.
All right, Ko, we're up to you then.
Frightened one, that's not right.
Ah! Get that shit back on you.
I don't want to start
Actually,
a fire.
His frightened, you were inside at the end of your last turn. It could go down since you are no longer under the direct light of the moon.
Oh, that's how that works.
Yeah, you will be that frightened condition as long as you are under the moon during that event. So your frightened can go down.
This looks pretty in hand. I'm going to recall knowledge on the gecko.
Sure.
Specifically wanting to know if spirit guardians are actually undead and immune to healing. Because I am curious.
Yeah.
My character is curious. Basic action macro. Recall knowledge. Not that I'm good at this or anything.
Okay. Would you mind just putting your heal spell in chat? You can click on the icon next to it, so the cast button to put it in chat. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not actually certain. Their stat sheet is very weird. Phantoms are creatures that are not alive, but they're not undead either. So I'm really not sure what their relationship with vitality and void energies are.
Sorry, how do I put it back in the chat?
Do you see the picture next to the name? Just the little plus sign? If you
Oh,
hover over
yeah,
that.
there it is. Okay.
Perfect. Let's try the heal versus living first, and let's just see what happens. If we roll healing, if the gecko will get to heal it. Okay, so the gecko can heal. I want to see if it can also be injured by vitality, though. Because that'd be kind of neat. Because that's what I'm thinking. It can be healed and injured by both. No, okay. It looks like it is healed by vitality. But since you crit failed your recall and knowledge roll, you think vitality's going to kill it.
Okay.
Hit it with void energy if you want to heal it.
I don't have that. Lucky for him. Or unlucky, I suppose. I mean,
I suppose that makes sense since the creature doesn't have the void healing ability that undead typically have, so
Yeah.
that checks out. It just feels weird because it feels like it should specifically say somewhere.
Well, it's a guardian spirit, so it's not necessarily undead.
Yeah, it's using the phantom
Yeah.
stat block though.
alright, since
So,
Gaius is next, could I don't know if this is within the rules, but could I like ready use my last 2 action to ready just casting light when he attacks?
So the
To
ready
aid.
action does exist in Pathfinder.
Yeah,
you
I know you can't use a 2-action spell
Yeah.
when you do that, but I'm just casting light for aid. I don't know. Up to you.
I would allow that as an aid sort of thing. Yeah, we can flavor it
Okay.
that way.
Cool.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm
So-
gonna do. So I'll roll whatever you want me to roll.
I'd allow you
when
to
it comes
roll
time.
whatever your primary magical skill is. So you are a primal caster, so that'd be nature for you. Then
Okay, cool. So when he attacks, I'll roll nature and aid him.
sounds good.
All right, that's my turn. I'll let you do the button.
All right, Gaius, we're up to you.
And
All right. Get a
I don't know
potion of
if aid will
antithesis.
even matter. Oh, you're doing that. Okay.
Well, now he's going to attack roll, I think. So if you want to roll your nature check first. By the way, I apologize. I'll put words in your mouth. You are muted right now, Gaius. That is a success, so you can give yourself the +1 circumstance from aid.
I
on
was
your
muted.
attack roll.
So
Yeah.
if I two-hand my sword, I don't get the empowerment.
um. I'll give it to you. I don't care that much. It's 2 damage.
So I will
Um,
drop my shield.
Sure.
I'll then change grip and then strike.
All right. Before you strike, go ahead and give yourself the aid bonus.
Oops.
What? Oh, that is a shame. That will miss by 1.
With
Don't
the
pay
aid
attention to
bonus.
that guy.
Whoa, what the?
Don't pay attention to that guy. I like to click and
Um.
drag as I'm talking, just doing selection boxes. So when you guys get aid, there is actually a toggle in the basic action macros you can give yourselves, based off of what the bonus or penalty you're getting is for future reference.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, there it is.
But so that would give you would get a +1 to your roll since Co succeeded, which would make you miss by 1, unfortunately.
It happens.
So, not quite a success for you. But I believe that will then bring us to the centipede's turn. And... Zoop.
Right into the corner.
It climbs up the wall in the corner.
In response to him running away.
You are absolutely welcome to make your attack roll. Let me put him back over by you. Since you've got Implements Interruption. That's a hit. Love to see it.
Good.
Oh,
Not getting away this time.
Centipede.
Ouchies.
As the centipede falls, the gecko just kind of turns and looks at you. Just hisses slightly.
Is this like a happy hiss or you kind of took my kill kind of hiss?
Give me a nature check. That did not need to be blind. I apologize.
No.
So you may re-roll that if you have a hero point and would like to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You're honestly not sure. It could be a happy hiss. It could be a you stole my kill kit hiss. It could also be a I don't know who you are and I just fought intruders. Are you an intruder?
I will just say you're welcome, and then kind of back on up.
Okay. It is just kind of warily watching you all at the moment.
I will still my spear
Oh.
and try to say like, well, Kimberly will say like, we're friends. We're here to help.
As I'm walking away, I will pick up my shield.
Sure. Easy enough to do.
Yeah, Science also kind of approaching beside Kuromori.
Okay.
Oh, hello there.
Just eyes wide staring at you. It takes a couple quick steps towards you, Cyan. And just is staring at you.
I'm not sure, but yeah, you might have seen me come and go inside this place, or my uncle.
You are the doctor's nephew, then?
Yes,
Wonderful.
yes, that's right.
Wonderful. It is good
I've
to see you
just
are okay.
heard stories about you. I didn't realize it was real.
Many things are not real until people believe in them enough, or they need to be. Who's to say whether I was real or not before this? But I am now. That's what matters, eh?
Right. And actually, you're the first first creature that we've
You can
met
call
that
me
haven't.
thing, it's okay.
Alright, you're the first phantom we've met that haven't tried to kill us or just make fun of us.
I mean, the birds were kind of friendly.
Kind of, yes. But do you know what's happening right now? We have no idea at this point what's happening.
I do not know, but I manifested to protect those that are taking refuge here.
Oh, I see.
Wait, there's people
Have
here?
you seen my uncle?
Ah,
Ko, you get almost shoved to the side as a actually kind of quietly running Dr. Dami comes running down the hall and wraps you up in a massive hug, Cyan.
I give him a massive hug as well. Uncle, oh my god. Oh,
Hello, Cyan, it is
You're
good to
so
see you.
oh.
Mostly good condition, it seems. Got a couple scrapes and bruises.
Yes, and I'm sure you could help with that. These are the other abductees of the ritual. You might recognize them. This is my uncle. I'm sure you probably know him. He's a village doctor.
He is Dr. Dami is the doctor here in Willowshore, so I would
Good to see you,
believe
doctor.
most of you recognize him.
I've probably seen him from time to time.
Yeah.
Guys, that 4 healing is for you. I hand fruits out once I see the battle's over.
Delicious.
Dr. Dami sees this and sees wounds closing up as the fruits get eaten, and his jaw just drops a little bit.
Impressive, isn't it, Uncle?
Are those
Yes.
naturally occurring or alchemical in nature?
I think it's more magic. And he kind of makes wood appear in the air. I channel the elemental plane of wood.
Oh. All right then. Fantastic.
Uncle, how are things here?
Honestly,
Have others
not
taken refuge?
not too bad. We've got close to a dozen people hiding out here. Jubei and Tianjie specifically managed to make their way here, and a few of the other villagers that live nearby. They've been resting, and I've been helping with some of their injuries recently. But mostly just staying in hiding. until this point. It's good to see you're okay. There's just like a big goofy smile on his face.
So far so good. Yeah, probably talking creatures trying to kill us, the freaky moon outside, the blood rain.
Yes, we've seen all of that ourselves, but thankfully the effects seem to be diminished here inside at least.
Yeah, I mean,
How did the centipedes get inside?
They dug their way in, I think. I was out here gathering some herbs when the first few broke through. And actually, now that they're dead, he'll actually walk over and start inspecting the area. I don't know if anyone else would like to, or just let him.
Sorry about that one burned plant.
Plans for you, girl.
I would help. And look, Uncle, the gecko from your stories.
When you say that, and you point towards the gecko has vanished.
Oh.
Huh, guess the job was done.
yeah, the guardian spirit, is that what you call it? Yeah, it was here.
Yeah, there was a guardian spirit gecko that tried to protect this place from the centipedes.
I saw it. It actually saved me when the centipedes first came bursting through. Oh, one of them almost got me, but it appeared and saved me. There it is. And he'll actually like scrape some of the dirt away, and you see there is a small hole in the wall, just big enough for the centipedes to crawl through. It looks like they might have burst through to get in.
Yeah, Buckthorn just says over his shoulder, these were the first things we fought when we woke up in the morning.
I'm sure that must have been an unfriendly awakening. I'm glad
Wait a
Very much
second.
so.
Buckthorn goes outside and listens. He wants to see if that clattering noise is coming closer.
Perception check. And was someone else going to say something during that?
Do
Yes.
I dare look down the well? That was the question.
Do you dare? I will not stop you if you would like to.
Why would you do this?
I'm not going to.
I'll peer down it.
Oh,
Are you sure?
Am I sure?
Yes. Are you certain?
Yeah.
Okay. You look down the well.
There's
water.
There's nothing against looking down the well. Anything weird about this well?
Honestly, no. It all looks pretty damn good. Everything seems above board, cut and dry. You see clean water in there.
I'll raise the bucket up.
All right, it's filled with blood.
That's not normal.
Liquid nourishment is liquid nourishment.
No, don't.
Do you normally keep blood in this well?
Science already shaking his head. No.
Tommy has once more gone slack-jawed looking at this.
What a strange question to ask.
No, I don't. Please step away from that. Like, start rushing over towards you now. That is absolutely not correct. That is not how that's supposed to look. Please get away from that.
Might be from the blood rain, Uncle, coming. Just seeping through everywhere.
Like, pour the bucket back down. Actually, no, he wouldn't pour the blood back in. Cyan, can you head over to storage and grab another bucket for me, please?
Yeah, alright. Where can I find the...
You would know this door out here is what leads to sort of the storage area.
Alright.
Do I hear clattering?
You do not hear any clattering. You would have to go out and around Cyan to get to the main storage area.
Oh, outside.
I'll go,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
When you
the
pass
far
me,
door.
I hand you a fruit because you look like you're a little bit beat up.
I'll go with him.
Okay.
Ellie,
Donnie's like
you only get
holding the
2.
bucket of blood right now, looking very concerned for it.
You only get 2, but I just like stick out an arm with some fruit for you as you walk past me. So
Thank
it's
you.
like-
That's all I need.
it's free, so I might as well
Yeah.
use it every time I get a chance.
Oh, thank you.
Clothesline
Pathfinder,
it
as
into his
always.
mouth as he goes running past.
I'm just kind of watching it though, because I assume these are
Sure.
like stone walls.
They're not really walls per se. It's more up a small hill.
Oh, okay. So I kind of just stand here, step out a little bit, keeping an eye on things like coming up the hill towards us.
Absolutely.
I guess while he's going, we're supposed to get the poison from this guy, right?
Oh, is this
Oh,
door, right?
yeah.
The farthest? Okay.
Yes, the farthest. To the more abandoned area. That's where he keeps his extra supplies and things.
Alright.
So, yeah. You can go and
Open.
grab a bucket, come back out. It's just an empty room mostly. There's some crates, some base supplies. This is just a relatively large storage warehouse.
Alright.
So it's
Grab
not
a
terribly
bucket.
difficult to find a bucket.
Get out. Making me nervous by this.
Why would I make you nervous by that? Are you leaving the door open or are you closing it?
I'm gonna close it.
An interesting decision. I hope you won't regret it.
Oh, mind games. Thanks for accompanying me, Gromari.
Don't worry, no one should be alone at these troubled times.
I go back and hand the empty bucket. Here you go, Uncle.
Hold it there for me. And he's just going to try and pour the blood contents of his bucket into yours.
Mm.
Okay. He'll toss the bucket back down into the well, start reeling it up a bit more.
Yes, I was just looking curious what his uncle's gonna do.
The second bucket he brings up is also full of blood. This is not normal. Very, very concerning.
Well, I wonder. I mean, I don't know what about the rest of you, but weren't we going to go to Granny Who's after this?
Or actually, Uncle, I'm not sure if you know that there's like this strange creature in front of the bridge that's blocking the way with some
didn't.
gremlins,
Jenkins.
and there's this Bosu creature. We were told that poison might be a good way to get rid of it. And I'm thinking if you have some of those at hand here.
He gives you a knowing look.
Mm.
You know how I
Is
feel
that-
about that.
Well, I know you keep some for kind of testing purposes to see whether your curatives work.
Alright, fine. Until they'll head back to the office space area. And just disappear for a minute or two.
And yeah, to answer you, Buckthorn, we could grow to Granny Who's. Or... well... Try... I'm not sure how, actually. Try to... fool the Bosu to drink from a poisonous drink?
You could try to perhaps approach it as an offering to leave us alone.
I don't know how well that would work.
Exactly.
Well,
I wasn't too sure.
Obviously, I wouldn't be the one to do it because I'm not a deceptive person, but
Did we not just poison a barrel of ale and somehow
Roll it down.
they find it, quote unquote? If we find some Jenkins, they'll probably bring it back to him.
So make some noise to attract their attention, and then they'll find it. Maybe.
Yeah. Mhm. Follow them back and watch them drink and see what happens.
I
Yeah.
suppose.
That's fair. But the other concern is the noise that Buckthorn, that you were all hearing, was coming from that direction, I think.
Well, we're going to Granny Who's tonight, right?
Right.
It is
Yeah,
around
well-
8:30 at this point.
I
A
guess
little
the que-
past.
Unless we're gonna try and camp here.
yeah. I guess the question I was gonna ask is, maybe this is best asked to your uncle, and it maybe depends on if anybody's too injured to move. Should we try to take all of them to Granny Hughes, where they might be more defensible?
They seem pretty defensible here of a guardian spirit.
I suppose, although the spirit might not have won without our help, but we don't know. Maybe it would have.
That's true.
I could, if they need healing, maybe if he's willing to let me, I could help.
Yeah, let me check. I don't know how many were taking refuge here.
I'm gonna stick by the door, sir. Keep an eye outside.
Sure.
Uncle, how many have taken refuge in the end of spring?
We've got 8 currently here.
Yeah, we were thinking if Granny Who's in the trade post might be a safer area to take them if there's gonna be some issues here guarding this place.
He's got like 4 vials in his hand. He just like very carefully maneuvers them all between the fingers of one hand, and then just like waves the other hand kind of dismissively at you. Things are safe enough here for now, and with some of the injuries, it might do more harm than good to try and move them all.
That's fair.
So what happens
well-
if we get attacked along the way?
Well, if you are willing to let me hand them out, at least I'm not saying we have to move them if they're that hurt, but I can hand out some more of my fruit to all of them if they're willing to take it.
If you're willing to share a little bit and it won't burden you too much, I would appreciate it.
Not at all. I
Most-
can make as much as I want.
Most of these are longer injuries that won't necessarily heal immediately with magic.
Well, I mean, it can't hurt.
It's
It does
very,
also.
it's very weird when you've got a setting that magical healing exists and they try to say things like, yeah, broken arm is a really bad injury.
It's kind of, yeah, it is weird.
It's weird.
I mean, it takes you can't eat too many at once. Well, I mean, you can eat as many as you want at once, but the healing magic only works every once in a while. But yeah, I can make as many as I want. He just makes one appear and pops it in his mouth again.
He looks very concerned. Does that not drain you at all, or tax you in any way to make those so consistently?
No, I just have to be channeling my element. But there are other things I can do that are more draining, and then it takes some more effort to rechannel the element. But this, nope, it's easy. I can make as many as I want. So,
Pretty useful.
Congratulations, you've given the town doctor an existential crisis.
well, I'm sure he can, probably do like bigger heals than me. I'm sure he's trained in the medicine skill.
Oh,
At least
absolutely, yeah, but
My level 1 ability is has invalidated your entire career path.
it's kind of wild how much kineticists can invalidate with their abilities.
Buckshort, I
Really
think, maybe
kinda crazy.
reads it that he goes, it only does a little bit of healing, but it does help the spirit. They're pretty tasty too. And I hand one to him.
He takes it.
I Cyan gives him like a nod of acknowledgement that it does taste good.
With a small tear leaking from his eye, he eats it. He seems even more upset that it does taste good.
I can, if you show me in there, they wither pretty quickly, so I'll have to just go in there and hand them to them myself.
First, and he'll take the vials and
I'll-
hand them over to you, Cyan.
I'll take it from his hands. And actually, Uncle, it's getting late.
If you need a place to stay,
Yeah,
the rooms in the annex are more than welcome to use.
just in case we decide to stay for the night. Thank you.
But don't forget, I know you haven't read my labeling in a while. Antidotes, an elixir for seeing at night. That last vial is the dream time. That's the poison, don't drink it yourself. That's the only vial I'm giving.
Great. Thank you.
Do you have fresh water here?
That's a wonderful question. We did.
Okay.
Take a look at the buckets that were filled with blood, and they're now filled with water. We
What
still
the
do.
What?
I'm gonna have to do some tests on that. Maybe. I'll be honest. I don't know.
Yeah, well, remember the rain kind of turned back to water. It might just be an illusion.
And it goes back to this illusion theory again. Oh,
Why doesn't the lake turn red? Do you think it's the shrine at the bottom?
there's a shrine?
What? What?
There's no lake. There's rivers.
I thought Gaius told us about the shrine he saw.
I thought I
What
did
shrine?
Yeah.
Oh, did
Okay.
Gaius tell us? Okay, then yeah.
too. Yeah, I mean, it has been a little bit, so.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry,
It's
sorry.
been a
I
long
thought-
evening.
When we were drowning, he saw
Oh,
this shrine to some sort of divine being down there.
At the bottom of Woodraft Lake.
Might be
Oh.
protecting the lake water from that kind of effect. I don't know. Because if it's affecting groundwater, it has to affect the lake too.
that's true.
Yeah, or it could help that the lake is constantly turning over water with the river. Who knows?
Could be.
There's. Cyan guy puts his hand on his temple and just rubs it, and there's so many questions.
Kind of puts your
Well,
hand on your shoulder. I don't think theorizing about exactly the ins and outs of this all right now would be too helpful. At least, I don't think it'll be more helpful than doing what we can to stop it.
Yeah, we have kind of a way to help, but we have to deal with the creature because we can't get to the lantern.
Well, and hopefully that will help you.
But yeah, show me to the people.
Yeah. And he'll lead you over to the area where there are
What are they
many
doing?
villagers.
While they're doing that, I asked Gaius and Co to describe the shrine they saw underwater, and I would like to do a recall knowledge on the statue.
Absolutely.
I just go around and hand a piece of fruit to everybody.
Yeah. You recognize a couple of regular villagers. Specifically, you also recognize Ho Tianjie of Second Best, the inventor who
Oh,
lives
right.
and works there.
The one
say-
who realized he wasn't that good. Not good enough, right?
Not good
Yeah.
enough, yes. And that is
Yep.
why he is the
He's
second
good.
best.
He's good, but he's not the best.
Yeah. Very
Um,
self-aware.
And he specifically has a pretty large burn wound on his upper body that is mostly bandaged at this point with ointments. A couple of the other villagers just have base injuries, and you also see Igawa Jubei from Mother's Coil, the wizard tower here in town, who looks
Nice.
to have a splint around her leg at the moment.
Yeah, Buckthorn just walks around and says, "These will help with the pain and the healing some. It won't fix it all, but it'll help some." And he hands them out. He just goes around and hands them to everybody.
Everyone makes sure to look at the doctor first. He just kind of nods. Kuromori, with your recall knowledge check, the statue being described to you was just of a woman. There wasn't a great amount of detail that they were able to make out because of what was going on. You do not
Okay.
immediately recall what deity or creature it could be revering.
Okay.
So, not certain. Maybe if you got a good look at it yourself, you'd be able to tell,
Maybe. Yeah.
but go jump in the lake and check.
I don't want to do that.
Why not?
That sounds like a bad idea.
I think it'd be a great idea.
Which way does the river flow? Is it
it flows west to east.
west to east?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if we pop over to the Willowshore map, actually, what I can do, and I'll get a good token for you guys at some point, but we can pop over to an idea of what the map of surrounding Willowshore looks like. So you guys can get an idea as it gradually loads for most of you. But Willowshore is right in the space you guys are in, so the Seba River flows through where it connects with the Due River, and the Due River is what flows through Gourd Lake all the way to the coast. And like this offshoot is called Dragonfly Creek, but the main Due River.
Cool. There's some exploration in this campaign. That's cool.
Perhaps.
I
Don't
had no
question
idea
why I
about
have a
that.
hex map.
I'm just guessing. My character doesn't know. Yeah, this place is full of hexes.
I see hexes.
I seem to see a 2-mile hex in each direction that we might be able to explore.
Oh man.
Awesome.
This is going to be hexploration, slightly odd because each hex is not like a day of travel, since this is not a large region that you are in. Each hex is about 2 miles distant, so we'll get to exploration later. Let's focus on saving the town first.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So here's the question. Do you guys want to just rest for the night here and get an early start in the morning, or do you want to try and push on towards the Seba Due and meet up with Greenhoo tonight?
I think resting.
Yeah.
I'm only down 1 spell slot right now.
I'm fine with either. The kineticist doesn't really have resources to consume, so. But from a story perspective, I guess it kind of like depends if Cyan wants to stay the night here, since there's people here he cares about.
Yeah, I think I would stay for the night.
Okay.
If everyone's okay with that.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I guess we can. Yeah, I'm fine with that. In that case, I can hand out some more berries every once in a while.
Yeah, you can
Like,
help out with people's treatment that night.
yeah.
But as
So I can make a crafting check to fix the wall.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Because
If we're
Buckthorn can just
standing.
create some wood for you to use.
Yep, I can. I can just create. I can create like a certain amount, just like it appears in the air.
Buckthorn pulls out a perfect 2x4. And yeah, I'd say it's enough for, at least for now, to create a good patch on it.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of reconstruction that needs doing, though, once everything is said and done with town. But getting at least a patch there for now to help protect will be beneficial. Are you guys keeping watch at all tonight, or are you trusting in your Gecko Guardian?
I'll
will-
probably still keep watch.
Yeah, I'm also I'm keeping watch. especially in this place.
I will sleep through the night.
Sounds good.
Hopefully.
At some point, Kermary would like to talk to Dammy just to ask if he has seen any of the guard. Specifically, if he's seen his father at all.
I've seen. No, I haven't. Do you know if your father was he on patrol, or was he at the barracks, or was he off duty when last night?
That's
Or,
a
I
good
guess, 2
question.
nights
Which
ago.
I don't personally have an answer for that.
I will let you decide if you would like, or I can make the decision.
I'd say probably because of the nature of the event, I think he probably would have been on patrol.
Okay. I can't say for certain then. I know there are some guards over at the exchange. I know a majority of them were at the barracks, I think, and no one's
Okay.
made it out of downtown yet.
Sort of
Not
has
that's
a,
made it here at least.
yeah. He has a sort of a downcast look. He's like, well, thank you for your answer.
Don't give up hope.
That's all I have left right now.
We'll get through this. We'll find him in one piece. He and everyone else will be okay.
All right.
As you guys rest for the night, some of you taking a watch here and there to make sure the place stays safe. Anyone who is giving me a watch, go ahead and give me a blind perception check.
Perception.
Okay. The night passes without too much happening through it. It's mostly peaceful. But it is during your watch, Buckthorn, that you once more in the distance begin to very faintly hear the clattering.
Fair enough. I don't wake everybody up
Sure.
for it, but I will mention it to everyone in the morning. But
You
if it
hear
doesn't seem
something
like,
else
oh, okay.
with the clattering. What sounds like singing.
Mm.
Though you can't exactly make out what's being sung.
Does it still sound as far away as the clattering?
It does. It sounds pretty far away when you hear
Okay.
it.
I will tell everybody in the morning kind of the same way. I'm not going to wake everybody up for
Sure.
that unless I feel like I hear it start to grow closer.
You hear it for maybe 10 to 20 minutes during your shift, and that's about it. It does fade away after a while. It's like it
Nice.
approached slightly, got ever so slightly louder after you could start hearing, but then faded away as well after a couple minutes.
Cool. The only odd thing that some of you might notice is that when Buckthorn goes to sleep, he goes to sleep just like in the dirt, like around with the plants around.
Just buries himself.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be bothered by that at all. He's kind of happy to like have like a protected garden to like rest in.
All right. As the morning arrives, and once more the fog with it, that is where we're going to end our session for today.
Woohoo!
So thank you all so much for playing. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next week. Have a good one.
All right.